Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the second live session of our new journey to the crown, Miss South Africa 2024. We are very, very excited, and I'm very happy that you guys are joining. Thank you so much. So the purpose of tonight really is to just give you guys some pageant tips and tricks if you really want your entry to stand out. And, just to give you some comfort. It could be a very scary thing entering Miss South Africa, and I do understand that. I have been on both sides of it. So it is, it is something that it's a big step in a young woman's life. So I am going to answer any of your questions. I have received some questions. Thank you so much for those who submitted questions earlier today, so that I can answer them for you. And then after I've done those, then let's see what you guys have to what questions you guys have, and then I'll answer those for you from the International Space Station. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the first, just before I start answering questions. Really, I understand that a lot of you guys are, thinking about entering. Even if you're not, thank you so much for joining. But I want to help you, and the whole team wants to help you. The whole Miss South Africa team wants to help you. And that's why we have these live sessions, is to really assist you with making this decision. Hopefully you don't need assistance making this decision, but once you have, to really give you the best advice we possibly can on how to make your entry stand out and what you can expect moving forward. Okay, so first one is, please share some common mistakes that contestants make that should be avoided with entries. Now, I think I think a lot of people overthink the entry process, and to an extent that is great, because you really want to make sure that whatever you enter is something that you are proud of, is something that's an accurate reflection of who you are. So I think something that I see is, first of all, a lot of people enter on a whim. And I don't think that that you should enter Miss South Africa on a whim, just because you feel that way. Miss South Africa is absolutely something that is a calling. I think all of the past winners, entrants, finalists, runners-up, will attest to that. It is something that is deeply ingrained within your soul, and a platform that you feel could help you achieve the dreams that you have already set out for yourself. So with that being said, I don't think it's something that you should just do on a whim. It is something that you really need to have thought out thoroughly. Whew, that's a tongue twister for you. Because it is a very intense process. Entering Miss South Africa, even just entering in itself, is already something that's such a brave step, and it's something that puts you out there in the spotlight. You'll see that at the moment that you enter, you'll get a lot of support from people, just supporting you and loving on you. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys. I know most of you guys that are on this platform are those people that support and encourage everybody that enters. Thank you so much. I don't think you guys can, or you shouldn't underestimate what that means to the women that are entering, just to feel like they are being seen and that they are supported. So thank you, and please continue on doing that. So I want you to really think that through. Make sure that your entry, every single thing that you enter, is truthful, is honest, is authentic to who you are, and what you want the Miss South Africa organization to know about you. This is going to be your introduction into the spotlight, and you want to make sure that it's an accurate reflection of who you are. I'm going to go on to the next one. What key elements do the judges look for in entries and finalists and the finalist phase? I think, first of all, it is not about being the most professional entry. You don't need to have professionally taken pictures. You will see from our past winners even that some of them filmed it themselves in their homes. If that's where you're most comfortable, please do that. Make sure that you do a couple of tries so that you can choose the one that makes that you feel is the best version. I think the judges are looking for authenticity, and we keep on hammering about authenticity, and perhaps I can go a little bit deeper into it. Authenticity does not mean that you don't do a little bit of editing, that you don't film something a couple of times over and over until you perfect it. Authenticity is showing up 100% who you are, truthfully, honestly, because that's the only way that we can also navigate life. If you want me to go in a little bit deeper, I always tell the girls, I say, listen, if you are 100% yourself and you give of yourself 100%, if it doesn't work out in your favor, at least you can sleep soundly knowing that this is who you are and that this is exactly who you wanted to portray and who you wanted the judges to get to know and the public. The worst thing is if it doesn't go your way and you weren't authentic to who you are always going to regret and say, perhaps I should have been more like this because this is actually who I am. If you are someone that is naturally funny and vivacious, show that in the video. Don't try and be too serious. Don't try and be too casual if that's not who you are. If you are soft-spoken, you don't need to be the loudest person in the room in order to grab attention. Simple things. Your entry form should be filled out. Make sure that there are no spelling mistakes, that you have thought through every answer. A simple thing, for instance, is when you do post your link from your social media video, make sure that it works, that it actually takes us to the right platform, and that your platform is public, so that we don't have any issues, because once again, if that does happen, then it's considered a non-entry, because it is such an important part of the entry process. The judges are looking for someone that also takes this seriously as this platform deserves, and as seriously as you deserve to be taken. And you can see it from the get-go. If you are prepared, if you are focused, if you make sure that you present the best possible version of yourself, the judges can relate to that, because the judges are also just normal human beings. They have their own dreams, their own, their own businesses. They have struggled. They have their own fears. They have their own insecurities, and they relate to that. Because they are, I always tell the girls, I say, don't think of these judges as these high and mighty people, because they are not. They are just people that have taken a chance on themselves, that have worked really, really hard, and they will see that within you. So make sure that that is something that you can accurately give through and portray to the judges, to make sure that they know that, listen, you are just a young woman with a dream of having a better life for herself, of making an impact, of making a difference. I think that those are the things that I think the judges will be looking for. I have another question here. Do I need to be financially stable to enter? No, you do not. Miss South Africa is not a platform for only a certain demographic of people. Miss South Africa should be anybody who wants to be Miss South Africa. So you don't need to have a lot of money. We, as the Miss South Africa organization, we have really, really focused a lot on the fact that we do not want you to invest any money from our end. If you feel like you want to do so, and if you have the ability to do so, then of course you are more than welcome to do so, but you do not have to have money in order to be Miss South Africa. I have a child, will that limit me? No, absolutely not. I personally, and this is my personal belief, but the Miss South Africa also shares this, and I think most people share it. I adore mothers. I think they are the strongest women ever. I think they are the backbone of society. So why should they not have the chance to be a role model for anybody, and to represent her country? Mothers are smart, they are selfless, they are dedicated, they are they have gone through some things. So I think that makes you a richer person, and it's something that you can bring to the table that's really special and unique, your own experiences. Any tips on styling a modest look? It as long as it's an accurate portrayal of who you are, we welcome it. When it comes to the fashion aspect of it, think of and this is the same advice that I would give to anybody. If you're going to take your photos, wear something that makes you feel powerful, that makes you feel strong, that is something that you love wearing, whether that is a certain color or a certain design, or a certain fashion item even. Wear something that really makes you feel beautiful, because that is always reflected in the photos. I can spot it from a mile away if a woman feels confident based on what she's wearing. So as long as you feel comfortable, confident, and you feel like this is once again an accurate portrayal of who you are, then we welcome it. Besides knowing your why, what would be the biggest thing to prepare? Now, thank you for mentioning that. And once again, we do hammer on the fact that you need to know your why. And if I can go a little bit deeper into it, like, why do you want to be Miss South Africa? And you really need to have that question. You need to have honed in on that question as to truly why you want to be Miss South Africa. What will you bring to the Miss South Africa platform that is going to be unique, that's going to be different? How can the Miss South Africa organization help you to achieve your goals later in life? The girls who are really successful at Miss South Africa are women that see Miss South Africa as a stepping stone for all of the dreams that they want to accomplish for the rest of their lives. You can't be a woman that only has this goal of being Miss South Africa, and then you might win Miss South Africa, and then afterwards you go, okay, what now? What now? What am I going to do now with my life? Because you are usually a woman in your 20s. You haven't even hit 30. And we want to know how the Miss South Africa platform is going to assist you with achieving your bigger dreams for the rest of your life. And if you look at our really successful Miss South Africas from past, you'll see that the Miss South Africa platform did exactly that. If you look at the likes of Basitsana Kumalo, Joanne Strauss, Peggy Sue Kumalo, Cindy Nell, Rolene Strauss, even the girls that were crowned in the last 10 years, Miss South Africa helped them in order to achieve their bigger dreams. So what is that for you? Because that excites us. If we know that we can assist you in order to get to a certain place in your life that you really want it to be. So I think you need to know your why. You need to be very clear on what that is. And then when it comes to preparation, Miss South Africa is a daunting competition. It really is. There's a lot that's going to come up because it's a competitive environment. You are going to be pushed to your limits. You're going to do things that you never thought that you would be able to do. You might falter in certain aspects of it, and need to pick yourself back up. So I think the mental game is the most important aspect of preparing for Miss South Africa, is making sure that you know exactly who you are as a person, making sure that you know what you are capable of and that you are confident within that. We are not looking for a carbon copy of someone else. We don't need you to try and be a former Miss South Africa or be a former finalist or be different to who you are. I think confidence comes from the fact of knowing exactly who you are and what you bring to the table and how you want to navigate yourself through life. And that is something that's very attractive to the judges, to the organization, and to the public. If they see authenticity and they see that you are confident with who you are as a human being, I think that always helps. So that's a couple of the questions that I just wanted to quickly answer before. Sorry, I see you guys have been asking a lot of questions right now. Sorry, I haven't been focusing on that because I've been focusing on the questions. So let's quickly, I'm going to start reading some of the questions here. So yeah, let's go through it. Let's see what you guys have been asking. If you have asked a question a couple of minutes ago already, please ask them again. Yes, there is an age limit. It's between 20 and 29. You are allowed to turn 30 within your year of reign, should you win Miss South Africa. How does the competition work on the finale? Do you walk a ramp privately, or is it that 15-second walk live where judged? The finale is all live judged. So whatever the public sees on screen during the finale, that is what's being judged by the judges, the panel of judges. Your entry videos, we set a limit at 60 seconds. However, it is not a hard and fast rule. You can actually go a little bit over, a little bit under. Don't be too stressed out about it. This just ensures that we don't get 5-minute long introduction videos or a 10-seconder. So that's just kind of to give you a benchmark of where it should be. But if it's 45 seconds or 50 seconds or a minute and 20 seconds, that's perfectly okay. Someone just asked, when do the entries for this year open? It's already open, my love. You have until Wednesday, I believe at 6 p.m. Will in-person auditions ever come back? No, not currently, with technology being so incredible, and also with our entry process. We really do feel like the girls benefit from entering online. Listen, don't be shy about entering online. If you want to be Miss South Africa, you want to be a public facing person, and so you need to put yourself out there online, and the whole world kind of revolves around online presence. So I think that works really, really well for us. Is it a requirement for the girls to wear makeup even when they are not comfortable with it? It is not, but you have to understand that we do have sponsors, incredible sponsors that provide makeup, and that is something that we do. Miss South Africa is a pageant as well, and it is part of the process, and a part of our creativity is to showcase girls off with different looks. However, we do embrace and appreciate authenticity. But Miss South Africa is still a creative platform where we get to play, and listen, if you have wonderful sponsors such as we do, then why would you not use it? So we definitely will make use of makeup. So I'm just trying to read through everything. Crown Chasers are coming back this year. We are very excited. The reason why Crown Chasers is also such an exciting thing for us is because we always felt like a 2-hour finale wasn't enough for people to really get to know women, to see their personalities, for them to be challenged in different ways. We want you guys to know that our Miss South Africa is someone who is not afraid to take on a challenge, who is not perfect. She has thoughts and ideas that we don't really get to share in a finale, and it's also just so exciting to see different facets of women, because women are multifaceted. They are more than just a walk on a runway. They are incredible human beings that have thoughts and ideas that they need to share with the public, and Crown Chasers allows us to do that. So we are very excited about that. Guys, I'm going to keep, I see there's a lot of questions that are not really, what's the word, that doesn't really make sense for this live. This is more about pageant tips and tricks and how to succeed. So if you have any of those, I'm not going to answer anything about the process, our thoughts and ideas around those. So please just keep it to those. Transgender women are included, of course. What makes a woman unique? I'm going to answer this one just because I think that it's appropriate for the entry process specifically. There's not one thing that makes a woman unique. I think we have such a incredible well of women in South Africa that are so rich in their experiences and where they come from, and how they have lived and where they were brought up. And I think being truthful about that, being authentic about that, bringing that side of you, because your experiences have shaped you into the woman that you are today. Your successes, your failures, your childhood experiences, all of those things have shaped you into the woman that you are today. And you need to bring all of that to Miss South Africa so that the public can get an accurate representation of who you are. So there's not anything that, that necessarily stands out as being unique, but it's being you, truthfully and honestly and 100% authentically. So if you have interesting hobbies, if you have different beliefs, if you have anything that you are passionate about, anything from your past that you want to share or what you've achieved, all of those things make you into a unique human being, and we welcome that on the Miss South Africa platform. We do allow finalists to come back to the Miss South Africa competition. However, you are not allowed to have been a finalist in the preceding year. So if you were a finalist in 2023, you are not allowed to enter in 2024, but you can enter in 2025 again. If you were a finalist in 2022, you are allowed to enter in 2024. The reason for this is really just to give you time to go and reflect about the process and the experience of being a finalist and being part of Miss South Africa, and really gaining some life experiences, making sure that you understand exactly who it is that you are, and to bring something different and something unique and something special to the new process of Miss South Africa. So there is a reason why you should film a video of the space they sleep in. So we have changed it, or we will change it, so that it becomes the place where you call home. It is really to get a better understanding of who you are, where you find comfort, because our homes are such a special place. No matter where we come from, because it's always that safe space. It's always that place where we feel we can be truly 100% ourselves. It's not about the aesthetic. It's not about how big or pretty the space is. It's really about getting to know you and where you call home, and where you can feel your truest, most authentic self. That is, and just to get to know you. We want to get to know all facets of you. Applications are open. They have been open, and they will close on Wednesday. I will save this recording so you guys can go back and reference it should you want to. I'm obviously too young to enter Miss SA, but I think it's good to know for the future. What qualities do you look for in a closed-door interviews or in public speaking in general? We're looking for a woman that is self-aware, that is aware of her surroundings, aware of the country that she is wanting to represent. You cannot be Miss South Africa if you don't understand the country that you're trying to represent. If you don't understand the nuances, listen, we are not... This is not a political platform, so this is not about, us trying to find the next president of South Africa, but it is, we are looking for someone that is passionate about South Africa, that loves South Africa, with all its faults, with all its, the incredible things that we have done, that we continue to do, and that we will do moving forward. It is someone that has a passion for this country. When it comes to the closed-door interviews, we are definitely looking at someone that understands who she is, and what she brings to the table, and what makes her special, and what she can offer to the Miss South Africa platform, and not just the Miss South Africa organization offering her. It's also someone that doesn't take it too seriously, that understands that this is also supposed to be a fun process. As hard as it is, as daunting as it is supposed to be something that you will remember for the rest of your life and have fond memories of. And the judges want to see that reflected in your interview, not taking it too seriously, being able to make a joke should you want to, and just enjoy, just have joy as well throughout the process. Hi, Shanae. What are you most excited about for the creative and fashion this year? I am very, very excited about what we are planning for Crown Chasers and for the finale. Everything's already been set out. We've been working really, really hard with the best creatives in the country to really bring you from fashion, from the creative aspect, to bring you incredible, mind-blowing things, from the photo shoots to the runways to the live finale. Just bigger and better than we have ever done it before. We always want to push the boundaries. We always want to do something that's unique and special and show how incredibly talented the young women of South Africa are. We are very proud of what we have achieved in the past, but we never look back. We always look forward. So I'm very excited to bring a unique, creative to the Miss South Africa journey, especially as it pertains to Crown Chasers. There's one element that I am so excited for. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. It is a dream that I've been having I actually had this dream first like 4 years ago, and it came to me in a dream, and we were just always trying to find the right time to implement it, and it's going to happen this year, and I am so excited. So it's going to be so much fun. I'm probably going to cry halfway through the shoot, because I'm just really excited about it, and I think it's going to make some waves. So very happy and excited. Makeup is not required on your entry video. No. Being the creative director each year, what did you learn from the previous Miss SAs? Just as much as I teach the ladies, they have taught me so much, and I think every year I get to have a richer, fuller understanding of South African women. Miss South Africa is truly my passion, and because we have so many incredible women that I feel deserve to be heard and to be appreciated, and I'm just sad that we can't give more women an opportunity, because South Africa is just so filled with incredible women. But what the past Miss South Africas have taught me is that you can be incredibly unique and you can be special in your own way, and that you don't need to be anybody else in order to be impactful. None of our Miss South Africas, especially in the past couple of years, think the same, do the same, are the same, look the same, navigate their lives the same way, and yet were all so impactful in their own special and unique way. I've used the word way too many times. See, I did it again. So I'm always excited to get to experience new girls, to have new women that enter this platform and bring something special, because I also have seen from the past couple of years is that there is not one certain way to stand out. You don't have to there's no formula to becoming Miss South Africa. It truly is bringing the best version of yourself. The only thing that those women have in common is their determination, the effort that they put in towards becoming Miss South Africa, that they left no stone unturned. And I think Natasha is such an incredible example. I'm using her as an example, because she, as great as she was, she never gave up one moment of perfecting everything that she brought to the table, making sure that she left no stone unturned, that she was focused, that she was ready. And that is something that's very attractive to an organization, is to see, listen, even though you don't have to work that hard, you still do, because this is something that's important to you. And that's the one thing that they have in common. The other thing that they also have in common is the fact that they understand that they have been blessed, whether it be with beauty or with an intellect or with education, whatever it may be, and they are women that are looking at paying it forward, and that want to use all the blessings that they have received and and push it back into their communities, into South Africa, by giving us so much joy, by watching them, by experiencing them. And that is something that's always attractive in someone, is when you see that someone always wants to give back in whichever way possible, that they want to provide for others. And that's the one thing that they all have in common. Where and how do we apply? You can apply. You can literally click on the official Miss SA link in our bio, in the official Miss South Africa bio. It's also in my own personal account bio. I think it's in Natasha's and Bryone's, and in the other members of the organization. Alternatively, you can literally just go to www.missa.co.za. What do we say on the question that asks about social causes on the entry form? Truly just what you are passionate about. If you have done anything in the past to help your community, to any projects that you've worked on, you can enter it there. Alternatively, if you haven't had the opportunity or the chance to do anything yet, what are you passionate about? What is it that, where do you want to get involved? Where do you want to plug in? Miss South Africa is a platform that represents South Africans that want to, in our own special way. We understand that we can't fix all the problems, but if we can just give hope to one person, then that is enough. Then we have already done our job. So what would that be for you? What are you passionate about? Who do you want to assist? Who would you want to reach out to should you become Miss South Africa? Is a specific body weight required for Miss South Africa? Absolutely not. Definitely not. There are no requirements. So please just show up 100% yourself. You can definitely enter when you have a 9 to 5. Absolutely. Are the finalists prepped before questions? Prepped for questions before the main event? No, they are not. Does one have to know how to walk the runway, or is it something that you can learn on the platform? It's absolutely something that you can learn on the platform. Once again, Miss South Africa is so much bigger than just a runway walk. We are looking for a young woman to represent South Africans from all walks of life. And that is where our focus is. But of course, because of the pageant platform that we have, we definitely train and give advice on how to walk and be confident within your walk. Any tips for interviews? Do they ask generic pageant questions, or they think of questions on the spot? So tips for interviews is to really not go in expecting it to go a certain way. I think it throws you completely off if you have a preconceived idea of what an interview is going to be and then it doesn't turn out that way. The judges will have a set of questions that they think is relevant to ask the girls, but the judges also listen to what you have to say, and they will ask follow-up questions. So if you mention something and they are interested in that, they will ask you a follow-up question. And sometimes, an interview just gets completely derailed and the judges didn't even look at their, at the questions that they had prepared, because it just flows so naturally. And that's when you know that you really have someone that is special and unique, because you are interested in them and they are interested in you as a judge and as a panel as well. And you have to think of it in a way that Miss South Africa is required to do interviews on a consistent basis. That's actually one of her most important jobs, is to do interviews and to be a spokesperson, not only for the organization, but for all of our sponsors and for South Africa as a whole. So if you are someone that can keep that can keep people engaged with what you have to say, that is something that the judges really do like very, very much, because we want to hear what you have to say, what your thoughts, your ideas, your dreams, your goals are. What do you think we can do better as a society or as a community? What problems do you think we are facing? So if you really do hone in on those things and you know your opinions on that, then interview is going to be a breeze for you. What would you say is the 3 most versatile clothing items when embarking on this journey of Miss South Africa 2024? I think the first thing is that you, what item of clothing makes you feel powerful and like you can take over the world? Is that a beautiful blazer? Is that a stunning dress, a beautiful dress? Is that a pair of high heels? It is not a certain item that we are looking for, but it is something, because we are looking at the woman. We are always looking at the woman. And that's also what you guys will see when I style Miss South Africa's, is that it shouldn't be about the fashion. Yes, the fashion is fantastic, and we are so grateful to have so many incredible designers to work with. And we always make sure that Miss South Africa makes an impact with her fashion. But the real reason why she makes an impact is because she feels incredible, because her confidence is through the roof, and she feels like she can take over the world. So what is that item for you? Is that like I said, is that a blazer? Is that a stunning suit? Is that a little black dress? However, I think for the process of Miss South Africa, we are going into winter, so we do not expect you guys to show up in summer dresses with summer heels. That is not what we are expecting of you at all. So we want you to be comfortable, but also well put together. Like, what would you wear as Miss South Africa if you were going to an event? So is that a pair of black pants that are fitted? Is that a pair of boots with a little bit of a heel? So that is completely up to you. However, should you make it through to the latter stages of the competition, the Miss South Africa organization will provide a packing list to make sure that you have everything covered. And like I said, once again, this is not about you having to go buy a whole new wardrobe. It's about bringing what you have, what you feel comfortable and confident in. And the rest we will provide, as we always do. I'm just going to answer this last one, and because then it's becoming I don't want this to go on for hours, even though I can speak for hours. How important is having a social media brand? What would you suggest? Now, you will get some more info on that when we do another workshop later in the week with our social media family, but it's not important at all. Miss South Africa, we do not look at the numbers of likes or the numbers of followers that you have. We just want to see who you are as a person. So is your social media an accurate reflection of you? I always say that social media is literally a little window into your house, and you can decide how big you want that window to be. Are we only going to see a little tiny bit? Are we only going to see your living room? Or are we seeing a lot of different aspects of your house? And with that, I mean, are we seeing an accurate reflection of who you are as a person? Do you enjoy sports? Do you enjoy spending time with family? Do you enjoy cooking? Are you into fitness? What do you do for a living? What are you studying? Do you have friends and family? Do you love animals? The more we see as on your social media, the better we get an idea of who you are as a person. So that is what we are looking at. We are not looking at, this girl has this amount of followers, so she should be in, or this girl, only takes professional pictures, so she should be in. That is not the case at all. We are looking for a well-rounded woman on social media that the public can get to fall in love with on social media. Anyway, guys, I wish I could answer all of your questions. If you have anything extra, we will have more lives going forward. I will probably also have another live. But we are just so excited to have you guys as part of this journey. We have planned incredible things that will keep both you and the public very much entertained. We are proud of what we have come up with, and we are just so excited to see who will join us on this journey. So once again, I'm gonna tell you that if you're still on the fence, or if you're thinking about entering, take the chance, be brave, be vulnerable. I promise you that you won't regret it. I promise you that there's only growth to happen. There's only positivity to happen, even if it doesn't go your way, because you would have taken a brave step that not a lot of other people will have. And those are the people that are truly successful in life, are the people that take the chance, the people that are brave. So I I implore you guys to please be brave. Along with us, we are also brave, putting out new things every single year, along with the other women that I've also shared in this platform that were all brave and vulnerable, and that made this organization who we are today. We are so excited to welcome you guys into our family. Anyway, guys, I hope you have a lovely, lovely Saturday evening. Please stay safe, stay warm, and yeah, it's going to be an incredible experience, and I'm so excited to take you guys along on the journey.